Welcome back to another Pretty Girl food review. We are in a little different of a place than usual. Not downtown. We're actually in Stockbridge, Georgia. We're on the outskirts of Atlanta, you know, so we're not in the heart, in the city like usual, but we are at Frida's Mexican Girl and Cantina. Who doesn't love a good Mexican dish? Like, who doesn't love your chicken, cheese, and rice, your fajita, quesadilla? But we're not gonna get your regular Mexican dishes. We're gonna get some of their specialty items that they're known for, and y'all already know I'm gonna give my very honest opinion, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I think. So let's go. Okay, you guys, the time has come to taste all this food now. It's like a little minute to get everything, which rightfully so, because some of it is seafood and, you know, takes a little extra time to cook. But we have so much to go through, but we're gonna start with the Old Faithful tacos. This is the MUCHO's tacos, which means very much tacos. So we got half chicken, half steak, half corn, half flour. I don't know what looks like, okay. These are corn ones. Yeah, corn. And then it goes into flour here. So, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of lime juice. This is the flour. They fry a little bit. And then the grilled chicken on the inside with some cilantro topped, lime squeeze. And then, of course, the salsa verde. I'll turn it this way. Fun fact, Mexican food is my second favorite, right next to like Vietnamese, Japanese, Chinese, like that whole cuisine. So I feel like I'm right at home, LOL. Salsa. The flavor goes crazy immediately. I will say, I don't know if they're marinating the chicken or not, but it is on the borderline salty side. So I would definitely say to share this dish itself with someone else. There's a lot of sodium to consume for one person. I don't care whether you're healthy or not. It's just like on the verge of being very, very salty. But I do want to move on to a steak taco and see if the flavor profile is a little different and see if the salt is a little more controlled. But very good start with the chicken taco. The salt is immediately a lot more mild in the steak than it is in the chicken steak piece. I don't taste heavy flavor on the steak, but y'all know steak usually doesn't need a lot but a little salt to make it be the star of the show anyways. So but yeah, it's not salty like the chicken was at all. I am gonna try the chicken by itself just to see maybe if it was from the acidity of the lime and then the salsa verde. Okay. It's still salty on its own, but the verde and the lime juice did up the ante on the salt, but it definitely still is salty by itself. So very good though, and I loved his suggestion of the steak with the corn and the flour with the chicken. I think that was perfect together. Okay, and then next we're gonna move on to this dip. Ooh. This is the chicken steak. Ooh, I got it on my arm. This is the chicken steak queso dip that comes with flour tortillas and the pico. It is an appetizer, but I'm sure people get it as a meal too. It did sit for a little second because I was waiting to get all the food, but it wasn't too long. So this could honestly be like if you have little kids with you, or like if you don't have a large appetite but you want to eat out, this would be perfect for like your own little meal. It comes with everything but no rice, so I guess you could always get a side of rice if you want it, or just leave it like this and you got your little flour tortillas right here. Like, come on now, a good little cheaply meal. I'm gonna just do a piece of the flour tortilla. I don't need the whole thing. So I got a little bit of chicken, a little bit of steak, and then of course a good bit of queso. Let's see. That queso is very creamy. I have not had queso in so long, y'all. That was such a good memory introduction to good old queso. A little salty, but not too salty. And I want to see if this chicken tastes any different as far as the salt profile. I got a large chunk of chicken there. Let's see. Surprisingly, it is less salty than the chicken taco. It is a bit less salty than that. Interesting. Okay. Try the steak. I don't know if they're pulling the proteins from the same batches of, made protein or not. Steak is cooked to my perfection, like that medium rare-ish. I love that. He suggested I do the queso with it. I mean the pico. Sorry, I gotta get another bite to do his suggestion. There we go. Okay, wrap her on up. A little bit of pico. Do it like this. Once again, his suggestion was stopped here. Give me a second. The pico gives like the perfect brightness to all of this because it's such a comfort dish food type deal. And you get to add some variety to your bite because of the crunchiness from the tomato and the onion. Perfect. Okay. This is our next dish. Go ahead and wrap those up. We're gonna move on to this mamacita. This is the shrimp, chicken, and skirt steak little dish. They also have one that comes with, you can get it with lamb instead, but I went with the steak and the chicken because your girl loves a good steak moment. So, oh, and then it comes with like a bed of sauteed veggies there, or like fajita type of veggies. Go ahead and open. To get some silverware to get the fruit here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you. Yes, sir. I can already tell like the onions are caramelized to my perfection level. It was a small piece of steak on there. It's cooked even better to my liking than that, the steak in the queso dip and the steak taco. Okay. It looks like they all have a bit of shrimp on the bottom. So since I've done steak and shrimp so far already, I mean steak and chicken, I'm gonna start with this one. Okay, let's see. gonna try the shrimp, see if it's overcooked. That's what I'm looking for. Overcooked and if it's too salty, because I've had fair share of salty shrimp. Not overcooked. There's like that perfect bounciness to it, like we know shrimp is supposed to have. I'm gonna go in for a piece of chicken, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a little sandwich, y'all. No, I'm not, because I just saw this piece fall off and this whole thing finna slide down. So I'm gonna set it on the plate. Act like y'all didn't see that. I'm sorry. Okay. Chicken, jalapeno, pepper, and then we're gonna do it with the shrimp on top. Scrimp. I need actually some more napkins. The chicken here itself here on this dish is not very flavorful, but the shrimp makes up for the lack of flavor, I feel like, in the chicken. And of course the onions and the bell peppers add a little bit of sweetness, so dimension in your bite. Love that. Good caramelized onions. The menu does not specify. The menu does not specify if this steak, what type it is, but this is skirt steak. I don't know if it's any different, but it definitely looks a lot more fatty than what was in the taco and in the dip, which I guess is expected because of the type of dishes they are. But let's go in. They got the grill marks on it. There's a little bit of a liminess to it. I like that, like tangy tart, and it is chewy. And pick up the pace, y'all. We got a lot to work through. Now y'all know I love me a good fried fish moment. This is the whole fried fish dish. Comes with fries, a little salad, cucumbers with some tajin. I'm gonna start with the cucumber to just cleanse my palate from everything I've been eating. Now y'all love to come for me in one of my last videos about how I ate the fish, but I don't really know how y'all expect me to eat the fish, seeing that the meat is here and here. So here we go. This one is so crispy. I'm sorry, y'all. So sorry. Very flavorful. It is a little uncomfortable to swallow this fried piece though, because it's so, I guess, like dry and fried. Not very comfortable to swallow, but it is good and it has a good flavor on it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get myself together, y'all. Okay. Excuse me, sorry, y'all. The fries are not crispy. Oh, there was a crispy one. The first one was not crispy, so I see some sauce, so I feel like that's probably intended for the fish, so let me do this number. It's very mildly salty, and there was a hint of spice. So I guess it's like a variation of a hot sauce. Not like a Chihuahua though, because I've had that one, and not a Tapatio, because I've had that one too. but very unique. Maybe it's a house-made blend, but very good. So, I know we got a lot to keep trucking along with, so we're gonna move on. Here to the lobster. This was the Periquito lobster. It comes on a bed of rice and then 3 lobster tails. This looks like queso. Yeah, queso. And then I'm not sure what this one is. Let me see. Butter. Straight butter. Butter. I would have never known that was butter, but okay, so here we go. Look at, they already got it cracked open for me, which is nice. Ooh, look at all that lobster meat. Let's see. Now, last weekend was my first time having lobster, y'all, so if I'm not doing this right, keep the comments to yourself. I'm just playing. Okay. Let's do it like, break it in half. We will do, again, I've never had it, but I feel like this is not what I'm supposed to eat, this part, so we're just gonna tear that off. Okay. We're gonna do this dip of queso. Well, let's do it by itself. I'm getting more lobster than I did in the last review because that one was fried while this one is fresh, regular, raw, I guess. But I like it. Texture is not very chewy, but it has a little bit of texture to it. I feel like I should go with the butter first. Let's do that. Let's see. That rice is perfecto mundo. It's not salty. It's got the perfect amount of salsa in it. It's got fluffiness. It's pillowy. All the good things. Very succulent. Adding the butter to it, I don't feel like make much of a difference, but I know that's the thing people do is like butter with lobster. So this is my next dish I'm excited about. The Quesabirria pizza, excuse me. And we got steak, so it's a flour tortilla. I don't know if you guys have had it before or not. It looks like there's some rice on there, maybe? I can't tell. Maybe not. Definitely some melted cheese. And actually, that's brisket. I'm sorry, that is shredded brisket. And this is the birria sauce. I think I need to mix it up probably. Yep, some stuff settled at the bottom. And then cilantro and red onion. So I'm gonna try the bite by itself first, of course. The brisket is briskety. It is not salty. The pizza itself is not soggy. Like, it still has like form to it. I thought it was gonna be soggy when they brought it, but it isn't at all. I'm very happy with the quality of that brisket. A lot of flavor to it. I'm thoroughly impressed. Okay, let's see. I feel like if I dip it in there, I'm just gonna get a bunch of the oil and not the stuff at the bottom. But I feel like a fork is not gonna get me everything. See? We'll just do it like this, I guess. All right, bear with me, y'all, I'm sorry. There we go. I get the birria taco hype for sure. The sauce is a little bit borderline too salty for me. I would eat this definitely by itself, or maybe with just like regular red salsa, or even salsa verde. But I like it a lot. I'm very glad he recommended this for me. And then, okay, this is the Texas style quesadilla. Let's see, let's start with this end. Looks like we got shrimp, chicken, and steak. It looks like, yeah. And then it comes with like your little side bed of veggies here. Let's put some, well, by itself first. I already know how I want to dress it up. Immediately, this piece of the quesadilla is very full. You get a lot of protein in there. The texture of all the meat is cooked very well. It's your classic Mexican flavors all in here. Very good. The sour cream only made it even better than what it was, and it was already good on its own. You can taste a lot of the grill on the proteins, like that char, which I really like. And then we have 2 dishes left, you guys, too. These are the corn ribs, one of the appetizers that he brought out. Coquito, I think it's, I don't know if it's cojito or coquito cheese. Cilantro on top, and some sprinkled cheese on top. Maybe Parmesan. Let's see. Never had this before. Tajin on there too. The corn is cooked perfectly, as you can see by the color. It's not too brown where it's overcooked or borderline burnt. It's not too yellow where it's undercooked and not cooked enough to where the kernels are still really hard. That is a very exciting appetizer. I would have never thought to put tajin on anything probably other than like fruit. So that is a nice touch. The tajin and then the cilantro brings like a breath of freshness into the dish too. I love that. Okay, you guys, this is our last and final dish. Y'all, my back is hurting. I think this table is like so far, but it's like nailed into the ground, and these plates are so heavy. This is like my second workout for today. Okay, and then these are the steak and chicken. Yes. No, I'm sorry, chorizo and chicken. Excuse me, corn tacos, corn tortilla tacos. We're gonna leave these a go. And they did double bread these, I guess. Probably, maybe because the corn by itself is like a little more fragile, so it'll probably break easily, but give it a go. Salty side. The corn tortilla in all of these dishes that I've had is very fresh. Sorry, y'all. While this is my first time having, sorry, y'all. Trying to get some lime juice. Having chorizo, I don't think I'm a fan of it. I didn't feel like I was gonna be, but I'm trying this for you guys and for myself. Sorry. I don't get the kick of chorizo. Or it could be the chicken. It could be the same salty chicken from the first batch of tacos we had, but nothing just like screams over the top for me with those. But He never came back to ask me if I wanted more napkins. So I got this ratty napkin. But, excuse me. Okay. This meal straight up took me to Flavor City, you guys. For the most part, everything was great. The Frida's hype is definitely there. There's a little quote on the wall here that says, I tried to drown my sorrows in alcohol, but damn, they learned how to swim, Frida Kahlo. So I guess this restaurant is based off of her. But I love what they're doing with the place. The dishes were spot on for the most part, other than personal preference. But if you get a chance to come to a Frida's, definitely come here. Excuse me. I just had a random burst of spice come out, right? Not through like a belch, but I don't know. But and I definitely have protein jammed in the bottom of my teeth, you guys, so I'm sorry if you see it. I need floss now. This is a very real food review, so I hope y'all are enjoying it or have enjoyed it. As always, I thank you guys so much for tuning into another review, and I cannot wait to catch y'all in the next video. Thank ya. Is that a dried lemon? Lime? Lemon lime? Okay.
I will strongly recommend once the fire is over, you take the lime off the top and you enjoy your drink.
So I should wait to drink it?
Yeah.
I should. Look, I should definitely wait.
Yeah, wait or you can blow it. So,
I'm gonna wait.